What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple days. I know, things have been a little bit crazy around here. There's just been a lot going on and yeah, life. So I thought today we would sit down, do just a chatty get ready with me. I have some new products here to try out. Not a full face, but some new things. I have some other things I'm still testing out and just kind of, you know, chat a little bit, give you a life update as to what's been going on because it has been mass chaos around here. Granted, things could be worse, but it is what it is. So we're gonna jump into this. I will link and list everything down in the description box. I will chat as much as I can about the new products, but everything else will just kind of be glossed over and listed down below. So if you're curious about anything, always check the description box. I put as much information down there as I possibly can, but let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my hair out of my face and we're gonna jump into this. Also, ignore the hair. I'm testing a new hair product. It's the Orbe Hair Alchemy Heatless Styling Balm. So you're supposed to apply it to your damp hair and then you can either like use it with rollers or you can let it dry naturally. And I wanted to see what it does. My hair is naturally wavy. It was really curly when I was a kid, but the older I've gotten, it has just calm down a little bit, and I don't ever wear it natural because it doesn't dry very pretty. So this was sent to me from Influencer and I was curious. I wanted to see what it would do. So not too bad actually. This is probably the best my hair has looked naturally dried than ever. It just has a mind of its own. It's inconsistent. But anyways, I digress. Let's move on. So we're gonna go ahead and start with primer. I do have this one from Flower Beauty. This is the Skin Smoothie Hydro Pop Primer. This was sent to me from Influencer to try out, so I thought this would be the perfect day to try it. But I know what you're thinking. It's Monday. Isn't this New Makeup Monday? I know, it is New Makeup Monday, but life has been busy and I just have not had, I didn't have the time to film it. I'm being completely honest. I don't have any excuses, anything like that, but I just didn't have the time, and those videos take me an entire day between filming and linking and editing and all of that, and I have not had the time, and there won't be one next Monday either. I'm so sorry. I know we've got some exciting releases coming out and I will try to update you in the community section if I can. There's a lot going on. We'll talk about it in just a minute, but this feels good. It smells good too. What does that smell? I don't know what that smell is, but I like it. But yeah, so I didn't get around to it. I'm so sorry, but life is what it is. Alright, so for foundation, I did pick up the new Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Long Wear Foundation. This is in the shade 110, and I told y'all I had picked it up. I had ordered it. It did get here Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday. But this is what the component looks like. I think it's going to be a good shade match for me, just looking through the bottle. It is a little frosted, but this is nice. This is heavy. This is 1.08 fluid ounces of product. It does retail for $40 and I'm excited to try it. I want to see if I can find that perfect Fenty Beauty complexion product for me. I haven't fallen in love with any of the others, but you know, does that stop me? Absolutely not. So we're gonna go ahead and test this out today, but let me tell y'all what's been going on. So we just had a busy week last week with like vet appointment and other appointments, things like that. But then Thursday, we had some wild thunderstorms move through down here. I don't know if it's made like other news or anything like that, but we've had a lot of flooding. There was power outages, things like that. I didn't flood. I didn't have any power outages, but I didn't want to sit down and film and risk a power outage or ruining my equipment or anything. So I just decided to not to, and luckily we were fine. Some of the areas around us have been evacuated and things like that, just because there's a certain area just north of me that always floods, like no matter what, it floods. And now they've done flood control and they're opening up some of the reservoirs and things like that. So they've prepared a little bit more, and then they canceled school on Friday in anticipation of that because some of the schools in the district will flood. So you can't just close one school. So that's been a little fun, but you know, we're all good. It's still raining here. It's still crummy weather, and it's just, you know, put a little bit of a damper on things. But in the midst of all of that, I have a storage unit that I've had for several years of just, you know, odds and ends, overflow, things like that. And I have been wanting for a long time to get rid of it and just kind of clean it out, go through it, donate what I can, trash what needs to be trashed, things like that. So we've also been working on that because the storage place upped the rent like within the last year over $100, and it just didn't settle well with me. So we've been working on that. That's taken up a lot of time, a lot of back and forth, things like that. I also got my oldest son a new car. Not new, but it's new to him. So he got a new car, and so that, you know, buying a new car, that takes time. It takes a lot of patience, things like that. So we had that going on, and that's actually at the shop right now. I dropped it off to have it looked at, make sure everything was looking good, because it is a little bit of an older vehicle and there's just a few things that need to be fixed. So I'm actually waiting on that phone call right now that it's ready and we can come get it. But yeah, so that's been going on. That is a gorgeous foundation, y'all. I am, first impression right off the bat, application, that is gorgeous. It's stunning. It's a good medium coverage foundation. It looks beautiful on my skin. My skin looks so flawless. Like, okay, Fenty, this may be it for me. But anyways, so we've had all of that going on, and then tomorrow, well, tomorrow when you're watching this, it will be tomorrow, Tuesday, my mom is having a hip replacement. So that's going to be a huge thing going on, which is why there will not be a new Makeup Monday next Monday. I'm hoping I can come back the following Monday, which I believe is the 20th. It just depends on how things go. Now, this is not her first hip replacement. She actually had her right hip done in August of last year, and it went really, really well, but she needed her left one replaced now. So that's what she's having done tomorrow. And if you've ever had or know anybody that has had hip replacement, knee replacement, anything like that, it is major, major surgery, and there is a lot of attentiveness that goes into the first couple weeks. There's, you know, physical therapy at home. There's a lot of fall risks. Like, just to get up, she's gonna need a lot of help. So I don't know how much time I will have to actually sit down and film. I have pre-filmed a few things to go up, and if I have the time, I will definitely sit down and film. I have some new things coming in I'm excited to play with and show y'all, but it just depends on how things go. Yeah, it's kind of up in the air. I don't want to make any promises that I'm gonna have all this stuff done and then it not be done. I mean, it's life. Life gets in the way, things happen. It's not a big deal. I understand that. But I do really enjoy doing this. I enjoy making these videos, uploading every single day. So it's just gonna be a little bit different for me. But once that's kind of done and she's healed and everything is really, really good, I can get back into the swing of things. But I just kind of want to give y'all a little heads up that the next couple of weeks are gonna be a little sporadic here on my channel. So like I said, not anything awful, not anything crazy, just a lot going on. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. So that's kind of what's going on around here. Oh my goodness, I was supposed to have my Blend Bunny video up on Saturday, and y'all, you're gonna laugh at this. So I don't know what it is with me and packages either not arriving or arriving wrong or whatever it is. It did get here. Everything is fine. Nothing's broken. There was no issue, and none of this is Blend Bunny's fault, but It was shipped and it was supposed to be here on the 26th of April, so a week ago Friday. And if you've ever ordered from Blend Bunny, you know that their stuff comes from El Paso, Texas, or at least it does here. I'm sure it does for everybody, but it comes from El Paso. So it shipped and it went from El Paso and it went through Dallas into Houston, and it was here on Friday. And then it moved to like another hub in Houston, which didn't surprise me. They're kind of, I guess, restructuring things in Houston and moving their hubs around. They've got bigger ones that can handle better. So it's just kind of been a thing, and there's a lot of times that packages say they will get here one day and then it's moving through the network and it shows up the next day. So that's kind of what happened. It was supposed to be here on Friday, and it never showed up. And so I went and checked it later that afternoon, and of course it said moving through the network, and I was like, okay, fine, it'll be here tomorrow, no big deal. Well, it never showed up on Saturday, so I went back and I checked to see where it was. Y'all, it was in Jacksonville, Florida. I don't know why, but it was in Jacksonville, Florida. So it came all the way to Houston, just maybe 30 minutes away from me, and then it took a little trip to Florida. Not really sure why, but it took a week to get it from Florida back to here. And it didn't go from Florida back to Houston. No. It went to Fort Worth, which is up in the Dallas area. So that's about 5 hours away, 4.5, 5 hours away from me. And then it came back to Houston. So it finally got here Friday, and I just haven't had time to sit down and play with it yet because I want to do multiple looks with that palette. It's a huge palette. I have it sitting right here. It's beautiful. It's enormous. But I want to be able to give y'all at least 4 looks, if not 6. Like, I would really like to do 6 because it is such a huge palette, and I just haven't had the time. So I'm hoping I can work on that this week and maybe get that up for y'all this weekend. I'm hopeful. Like I said, we'll see how things go. Even if I can get like a couple looks done a day and get that up, that's kind of my plan, but we'll see how it goes. This is what the complexion is looking like. I'm liking it. I think it looks absolutely beautiful, flawless. That shade match is perfection. But we're gonna put some color back in the skin because I'm looking a little pale. So I have the Terracotta Super Bloom bronzer from Grwm. You know, the one I said I wasn't going to order and then changed my mind because not only did I have a friend talk me into it, but I had one of y'all to talk me into it, and I had myself talk me into it. So this is what the packaging looks like. It is that same classic Grwm packaging, and then when we open her up, y'all, I was not ready for this. I don't want to use it, but look at how absolutely beautiful that is. Oh my gosh, this is probably the prettiest bronzer I have ever seen, and the camera is not even picking up how gorgeous it actually is. Like, the reflect in those wings is so stunning. So we're going to use this as a bronzer. I also have some of the NYX Buttermelt blushes that we're going to use as well, and then we'll move on to eyes. I have some new stuff from that. So like I said, a little bit of a conglomeration here between new, old, still testing, all the things. But let's do some bronzer. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pick this up. I'm gonna try and get maybe around the wings a little bit. It's kind of hard to get around the wings, and it's kind of taken off that beautiful overspray, but it is what it is. It's meant to be used. So let's see how this goes on. I have never used a Grwm bronzer before. Okay. It's definitely a very light bronzer, which I don't mind. I feel like it's probably a little bit more flattering on my skin. I'm not mad about it. Is it a favorite? No, it's not a favorite. First impression, it's not a favorite. And I'm going to show y'all in just a second because I'm really digging into this with my brush, and the little bee is still there, but a lot of that like shimmer overspray is gone. So I think the bee is kind of like pretty far down into this bronzer, but it's not, you know, quite as shimmery. But this is definitely a very blushy bronzer. I probably could have just used this as a blush because I feel like this is coming out very, very pink on my skin, or very, very coral. You would have to have a really small brush to get in there and just get out the bronzer. So I don't know. All right, bronzer is on. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I kind of have mixed feelings at the moment, but let's go ahead and move on to blush. So I did pick up 3 shades of the new NYX Buttermelt blushes. So there was a ton that they released. I can't even remember how many there was, but I picked up 3 that I was kind of gravitating towards. So the first one is Butta Together. And this is what that one looks like. So it's a really pretty, like, sheer pink color. I'm gonna do a little swatch of it right here on the back of my hand. Like, that is such a pretty pink. It does have a nice sheen to it, so it's not like a total sparkle blush like the Rare Beauty ones, but it does have a really pretty sheen to it. And then I also picked up, which one is this? You Know Butta. And that is what this one looks like. So this one is more of like a peachy shade with like a gold shimmer in it. Swatch this one. These are so super pigmented. That one is giving me like NARS Orgasm vibes, but more pigmented, if that makes sense. Actually, let's swatch that one next to each other and see if it really is. Okay, so we have NARS Orgasm and we have You Know Butta. So NARS Orgasm is definitely a lot lighter, but I want to swatch because that was my first thought whenever I was looking at these shades online was, oh my gosh, are we going to have a NARS Orgasm dupe? And maybe not. Why does mine feel so just stiff? But this is NARS Orgasm up here. So if anything, I think this first shade right here may be probably the most similar, but not quite as similar as I was thinking, but it gives off the same vibe, if you know what I mean. So if you're wanting like that NARS Orgasm vibe of like that soft pink with like a shimmer flip to it, I think these might be a good alternative. But the last one that I picked up is this one right here, and this one is called Getting Butta, and this one is so pretty as well. Like, there's so many beautiful shades in this blush line, and look at that. Absolutely stunning. I love them all. I don't know which one I want to use. I can't decide. I'm kind of thinking we're going to go for this one right here in the middle, which was You Know Butta. So we're going to go with that one. Okay, I had to find a clean blush brush. So I just have this one from Bling Brushes. I'm going to go in with a very light hand because the bronzer was super pigmented. I have a feeling this is going to be. So, oh yeah, that is really pigmented, but it is beautiful. That looks so pretty on the cheek. Wow. NYX has been on their game. The drugstore has been on their game lately. I have been so impressed with the drugstore lately. Oh, y'all. But it's hard to keep up with it all. But that looks so pretty. I love that. Now I will definitely do a short trying on the other 2 shades, you know, doing swatches, trying them on the cheeks, see what they look like, but this looks really pretty. I love that. Gorgeous. All right, blush is on. I love it. I think it is so pretty. It definitely is very pigmented, so light hand is an absolute must. Keep that in mind, but it looks beautiful. I don't have any issues with it patching, grabbing, skipping. It's not overly pigmented. It just looks really beautiful on the cheek, and I like the amount of shimmer that's in this. It's not like blinding in your face over the top. It's not too much to where it's more like a topper, but it's definitely not a flat matte either. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna do my brows really quick and then we will jump into eyes. All right, my brows are done. I threw on just a touch of a highlighter. I did go in with the Fenty Beauty Demi Glow highlighter in the shade Too Much. And then I also primed my eyes with my MAC paint pot in the shade Painterly. For my brows, I did use the e.l.f., what is this called? The Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil that I tried last week, I believe, in a testing new drugstore makeup video. I've really enjoyed this so much. I think it's a fantastic product. But again, I still stand by it. If you have to build your brow, I don't think you're gonna like it. But if you're like me and you just need to fill in some sparse spots, it's perfect. But let's jump into eyeshadow. So we're going to play with the new Glaminatrix eyeshadow quads. I did pick these up on launch. Unfortunately, they're sold out right now, so I decided not to do a dedicated video with them. I will definitely create some more looks with these in maybe future get ready with me's, or maybe even some shorts and some reels, things like that. But I want to play with this quad down here today. I'm feeling the orange and brown moment and I love it. So I'm definitely going to throw in some swatches right here so y'all can see what these look like. They're absolutely gorgeous in person. I separated them out into the quads, but I will probably end up just eventually smushing them all together. But we're gonna play with this one down here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with this orange and put it all in my crease, and then probably deepen with this brown, and then probably this all over my lid and this in the inner corner. I do have a lot of fun stuff coming up this week. I have already filmed, so I do have like another Shop My Stash video that I'm doing. I have a best of 2024 so far video. I wanted to kind of go over the products that I just think have been the best of this year up to this moment, because we've had some really good releases. We've also had some duds. Yeah, there's been some things that just have been not so great. I do have the Adept Amy Loves collab that came out. I have that. That should be here at some point today. So I have that. I have some stuff from Hourglass that I ordered that we're going to play with. I finally picked up the Hourglass foundation. I went on to the website when the limited edition palettes launched. I just purchased the one that has like the bronzers and the highlighters in it because I already have a bunch of their blushes. So I just went ahead and ordered that one. And while I was on the website, I went ahead and reordered the concealer because I love that concealer. I had to trash it about mid last year because it went off. It was almost empty anyways, and I just kind of had it in my mind that, you know, you have plenty of other concealers, you don't need it, but I have missed it so much. It's such a beautiful full coverage concealer, and it lays absolutely gorgeously under my eyes. It doesn't sink into my fine lines, it doesn't accentuate anything, and so I reordered that. And then I figured while I was there, I ordered the Hourglass foundation. I have been wanting to try that for such a long time, and I just never have. So I finally decided we were gonna do it. I've tried the stick foundation before, and it's not my favorite. It's a little heavy, a little on the drier side, but I've heard so many good things about the Hourglass liquid foundation. So we're gonna try that out as well. Yeah, so some fun things coming up this week, but I love that color. It went down so beautifully. Okay, let's deepen this up just a little bit. I like that shade. I'm not getting any fallout. I'm not getting any patching or skipping. These are going on just as I expect them to. They're performing absolutely beautifully. I love it. I had originally planned on filming like tomorrow morning whenever I get ready, before we head up to the hospital, but we have to be at the hospital at 6 a.m. and the hospital is in what's called the medical center here in Houston. It's like downtown. It's where all the hospitals are. I don't know if other cities have that, but it's the Houston Medical Center is what it's called. And it's about, without traffic, it's about a 45-minute drive. So we should be ahead of traffic because we're gonna leave about 5 o'clock in the morning, which means I have to be up at 4:15. I'm not a morning person. I am not a morning person. I have never been a morning person. But with that being said, I will not be getting dressed before we leave. I will probably get up, brush my teeth, brush my hair, so throw some clothes on, let Katie out, wake my kids up. Hopefully they'll actually get up. We'll see. My oldest is not a morning person either. He's just like me, except he sleeps really hard. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure they'll be okay. They'll get to school just fine. I'll wake them up before we leave. All right, those two colors are on. This is what we're looking like. The shadows went on beautifully. I did go ahead and already throw on my NYX glitter primer. So let's throw on some of this shimmer. So I'm gonna go in with this one right here. This really pretty like gold with, it's like a green flip to it, or is it like a true gold? That's stunning, so beautiful. Okay, we're gonna throw this on the lid. Holy smokes, y'all, these are so stunning. Wow, that is a stunning color. It's so just reflective and sparkly and beautiful. I love the way that looks on my eyes. Okay, let's do the inner corner. So for the inner corner, we're gonna go in with this other shade right here. This is more of like a copper shade to me, but we're gonna throw that in the inner corner. So for that, I'm going to find a brush because per usual, I need to wash my brushes. Are we surprised? No, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up with a Singe EO1 brush and pop this into my inner corner. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. That's absolutely stunning. I love it. All right, so this is the completed eye look. I love it. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I love the combination of orange and brown together. I just think it looks so beautiful. And the one quad that I used from the new Glaminatrix releases, I love. I think it looks beautiful. I like the quality of it. I didn't have any issues with fallout or patching, skipping, anything like that. It just went on absolutely beautiful. The pigmentation is there. The shimmer is stunning. But to finish it off, I just threw on some of my Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liner in my lower waterline, and then I just put some mascara on the top, the Wet n Wild So Defined mascara. I have been really loving this. I just think it looks so beautiful. It's very lengthening and it separates and gives some definition to the lashes, a little bit of volume, nothing crazy, but I'm so impressed with this mascara. It's like holy grail status is what it is. It's perfection in a mascara. But let's move on. We have lips to do. So whenever I ordered the Glaminatrix quads, I also ordered one of their liners and one of their lipsticks. Actually, this is the liner, this is the lipstick. So I went ahead and ordered one of each. So we're going to put these on together. I have already swatched them because I wanted to make sure that the colors went together well, and they do. So I went in with, or I got the shade Agile for my lip liner, and I did ask Glaminatrix because I was curious because this feels like plastic almost. So I was asking them, are these sharpenable or do they twist up or what? And they told me that these are sharpenable. So this doesn't twist, it doesn't do anything like that. You just use a pencil sharpener. I haven't tried it yet, but I wanted to pass that along to you because I sat here for the longest time and could not figure out how to get the dang thing to twist up after I used it. So you sharpen it. Just a little PSA. But we're gonna go ahead and line my lips with Agile. Now, just from swatching, these are nice. And putting it on right now, this is such a good formula. Like, it's not too creamy, it's not too stiff. I love the color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I went ahead and just finished lining my lip because it's really hard to line and talk, but I do want to, here it is. I do want to sharpen this and see. Hope I don't ruin it. Oh yeah, okay. Seriously, this feels like you can't sharpen it, but you definitely can. Okay, cool. I had to test that out. I was really curious, but let's go ahead and try the lipstick. So I picked up the shade Joyful for the lips. Where, I don't know why I put this back in the box, y'all. I have no idea, but wait till you see this. It is so, so beautiful. So this is what the component looks like. How like gorgeous and luxe is that? Like this feels like pebbled leather, and then you've got the gold on here and it opens up and you just have this absolutely gorgeous slim lipstick. I love it. It feels very luxurious and I'm here for it. So this is the shade Joyful or Joy? Oh no, it's not written on the, oh yes it is. Okay, so it's written right here in super, super small white writing, which is very hard to read, but this is the shade Joyful. So, my lips are so dry, y'all. I have been really, really bad about my skincare the last few days. It's been bad. Just from being so busy, been so tired, stressed, all of that. And I have not been very diligent about my skincare, about my lip care, about any of that. So I apologize for the crusty lips, but I love the color. I think it's beautiful. This is very comfortable. It's very hydrating. It's creamy, but it's not overly creamy where you feel like it's just gonna slide right off the lips. I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's comfortable. I'm here for it. And I love this color combination. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and finish off this face by setting it with the e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. I've really been loving this. I've been using it, testing it, and it's great. All right, y'all, so this is going to complete today's look, and I love it. I think my skin looks so flawless and so gorgeous. I'm very impressed. Like this Fenty foundation, I cannot wait to test out more. I have not had a foundation make my skin look this good in such a long time. Like, yes, I have foundations I've tried that I really love, but this, I look airbrushed and flawless, and I'm super impressed. I can't wait to do a wear test with this. I'm not gonna do one today. It's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I might get 6 hours out of it just because I'm tired. It's been a long week, a long weekend. It will not be a late night. We're back into the grind tomorrow. So, yeah, I am excited about that one. The NYX blush, these are gorgeous. They're pigmented, but the formula is absolutely beautiful. They do have a fragrance to them. The shade range is amazing. I had such a hard time picking out shades. I had like 8 of them in my cart at one point, and I was like, no, pull back the reins. You don't need 8 different blushes. I don't need 3 either, but I couldn't get rid of all of them. So I really like this. I'm excited to keep trying it. I think it looks beautiful on the cheeks. I like the amount of shimmer to it. It's not over the top. NYX is out there doing it. I'm impressed. The Flower Beauty Skin Smoothie Primer. This is really nice. Obviously, this is the first time that I'm using it, and I'm using 2 new products at the same time, but these went on really well together. So I'll continue to test this out, try it with some other foundations, some holy grails, things like that, and obviously try a different primer with the Fenty foundation. But first impression, I really like this. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, it's not overly hydrating where you feel like an oily mess. It just feels like you've got this good cooling, hydrated sensation on your face, and I really do love it. The Glaminatrix products I think are beautiful. Their eyeshadows are exactly what I expected. Obviously, I only used one of the quads. I need to try out the other 2, but I have no doubt they're going to perform just the same, but I will definitely keep y'all posted. The lip products from Glaminatrix, I might have to order the other 2 shades in both of these because I love this. It is definitely a matte lip, but it's like a comfort matte, so it's not fully, yeah, no, it's not fully drying down, but it's not like sucking the life out of my lips either. It's a really good formula. I'm excited to keep trying it. I'll let y'all know how it holds up, how it wears, all of that stuff, but so far I'm not having any issues with it. The Grwm bronzer, I think it's beautiful. I don't have any regrets, but for me, I think this would be more of like a blonzer moment. So like, I'm in a hurry, I need to put some color on, I don't have time to do the whole shebang. Let me pull this out, throw it on my cheeks, and out the door. But it's not a favorite, but I don't think it's a bad one either. Obviously, I haven't tried like just the plain bronzer from Grwm, so I do still want to try that at some point in the future. So I like the formula. I think it's beautiful. I think it's just kind of the combination of the blush and bronzer moment, because you can't really get your brush in there to get just the bronzer like it said in the description. which surprise, surprise. But anyways, I'm very happy with the way that my makeup look turned out. I think it looks beautiful, and I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Just this little chit chat, get ready with me, catching up, giving you a little glimpse into life and what's been going on recently and what is to come. I appreciate y'all so much. I thank y'all for always watching my videos and spending your time with me. You know I appreciate it and I love it. I love chatting with y'all down in the comment section, and I'm excited for the videos that I have to come. Like I said, I have some things that are on their way or here pre-filmed. I'm also planning on picking up the new Ensley Rain palette that is coming out at some point. We don't know a whole lot, but I'm definitely going to be picking up that. And as soon as the Wicked Widow the Crow gets released, I'm going to pick that up. So I have some fun stuff coming. Just bear with me as we kind of get through these next couple of weeks, but I do appreciate y'all, and I want to thank y'all so much for watching my video and spending your time with me. It does mean so much to me. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so that you can be notified of all my future posts here on my channel. I do post quite a few videos every single week, most days if not every day, and I wouldn't want you to miss one. But until my next video, have a good one. Bye.